Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a great one lined up for you today. Songbird news. We're going to get into that and a quick update from technical analysts before we get started this morning, just to kind of level set for everybody what we're seeing in the markets here, and regulations in China, United States, and the UK, and how they kind of align or don't, right? We're going to look at that. More central banks prepare to launch CBDCs. What's that tell you? Because I know what it tells me. And here we got a busy week in Congress and crypto, according to Ron Hammond, the director of the Blockchain Association. And there's a lot going on, and you're going to want every single bit of it. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at @BackupBradleyAbove, and everything that we're talking about here this morning. Man, do I love the smell of crypto in the morning. You're damn right. Even when the market's down, and we're bleeding heavily right now. Currently, the market's falling like a manhole cover from the sky. We're coming down 3.86%. We might even lose more before the day's over. Who knows? But you know what? Buying time is here again. That's what I tell Mrs. Backup. She's tired of hearing it. She wants to take profits. Yeah, that's the way that goes. But you know what? I'm a disciplined buyer, not financial advice. And I tell you, I'm waiting for this market. And they're talking, the technical analysts we're going to hear from in a second are really aligning here. And this is what I like. And it's all theory based. So it's not financial advice from me or anyone else. But the reality is that when they align, it really gets me excited, because I know they all use individual charting tools and come up with their own thoughts on the market and what's happening with price. We'll get into it. 1.870 trillion for the cryptocurrency market cap. Bitcoin now just over 42,000, so it's lost a little bit since yesterday there. Ethereum now just sitting under 3,000. And let's see, Cardano at 213, XRP at 93 cents. I'm happy to say, full disclosure, I'm holding a little bit of all of that. Right. And that's not financial advice. But the reality is that I do like to let people know what I'm holding. And I do want to, it proves that I want to see the whole market do well, even if I have to point out certain things that are negative at the moment. But that's why I do that. So here we go. Let's look at the range. Right now, low side of the XRP price range is 0.9262. The upper part of the price range is hitting at 0.9697. We're at 94 cents plus this morning. So we'll keep an eye on it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is brought to you. The numbers are brought to you by Link to Private Investing Made Simple, and it really is. And if you're not sure if you're accredited, click the button. And remember, if you live in another country, you only have to meet the requirements of the accreditation process for your country that you live in. So remember that as well. I think that's a nice little thing to think of if you're not in the U.S. However, with that being said, Ripple's back on the board, baby. So is Uphold, Kraken, and Link2, and all the other great products that are there in the many different sectors. Make sure you check them out. They do not last long. I can promise you that. Looking right here, Hall of Famer Michael tells us the trader known in the industry as credible tells his 243,000 plus Twitter followers that the digital currency XRP looks ready to move higher against Bitcoin. Well, I can already tell you that Mrs. Backup says that's hell to the yes. Let's go ahead and get that to happen. She's ready to see some upside here. Yes, what she is. Yeah. She's like, we haven't seen a bull market since 2017, 2018. Let's see it. Well, I triple dog dare it. And here we see Dark Defender aligning and with CoinsKid. We've been following CoinsKid quite a bit, and Dark Defender here, as well as Credible Crypto and many, many other great technical analysts in the space. And they're saying if we don't hold or move above this 95 cent support line, we could break below and then double tap down to 85 or 75 cents. This absolutely aligns with what CoinsKid has been telling us as well. We may see it back test support all the way into the 75 cent range. Yeah, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. One of my core tenets as a disciplined investor has been I am stacking my pennies next to their dollars. That's right, the institutions. And I've put my money into what I believe the large companies and institutions believe they see as projects with use case utility. It's my personal perspective. I'm not advising anyone at this point ever. but that's what I'm doing. So looking right here is more information on Songbird. This is such a great idea, and I'm glad that he did it because it gives us all a chance to understand as a complete pool of retail investors here, how many of us have received Songbird? You got all of it, some of it, none of it, or wasn't due any. Well, looking right here, 52% plus, 52.3% plus haven't got any that were due some. So this is pretty interesting here, and I am one of that 52%. I have not received any Songbird on the different exchanges that I'm on, and I'm anxiously awaiting to find out when, if we will get it. I mean, and the fact that Songbird actually has a monetary value now that it's been released to some degree, because we know that it's on BitTrue, right? And a lot of people have been receiving it on there. So if it actually has a monetary value and it was actually designated to each of us as holders, is it a criminal act that the exchanges are now holding it back from us? I mean, I don't know the answer. Maybe Attorney Hogan could answer that, or John Deaton. I don't know. I wish I did. But it certainly begs the question, doesn't it? Looking right here, China has blocked major cryptocurrency-related websites, including CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, and TradingView. Anybody still thinking about moving there? The block follows China's complete ban on cryptocurrency transactions and is clearly an attempt to limit any access to the market. Excuse me, this is all about the digital yuan, right? And if you are in China and a citizen there, this is a peep in the window of what daily life is like. This is how they're rolling, right? It's quite a different view over there in that world, and that's the way they're handling people there. That is like, wow, scary stuff. But looking here, this is a reminder from Hazley Miner in an interview with Tony Edwards from Thinking Crypto. Shout out to you, founder of CNET, Uphold, and VideoCoin. Hazley Miner tells us with a little bit of energy here that the SEC are not handling crypto the right way. Listen to this quick clip here.
I find it very upsetting that the SEC is wasting any time on this innovation when they are allowing just massive fraud to go on, and they know it's going on. And they make everybody look over here at crypto while unbelievable stuff is going on in the real world.
And that's just a clear, stark reminder that the conventional markets, I believe, is what he's talking about. And everyone's shining such a bright light on crypto like it's so bad and that things are so wrong there, when really it's the innovation of the future that is going to help reignite the entire global economy, because we already understand. We clearly understand that the velocity of money is missing from the formula to reignite the economy globally, because we've been through a complete shutdown, right? So a very good interview. I would check that out. Shout out to you, Tony, as always. And looking right here, this is a comparison of what we're seeing here. China shutting things down. The U.S. doesn't know how to handle crypto. They could be attacking all the fraud that's taking place forever and a day in the conventional markets, but yet they're stalling crypto and the innovation there. And then what do we see here? DigiVault becomes the first FCA, Financial Conduct Authority, registered digital asset custodian to custody Polkadot. They have been really in a leading position in the UK, as well as Japan and Singapore, when it comes to how to regulate crypto. And it's really not that complicated, in the sense that if we look at the conventional markets, if you superimpose over top of what we're looking at there, and you say, well, what's missing from this new innovative emerging class that really it already exists in the previous conventional markets? Separate custodian, just like you'd have in stocks and things of that nature. It's really not that complicated, right? So I believe we will get straight eventually here, and we're getting ready to get an update from Ron Hammond, who's going to lay it down and tell you exactly what's on the table for crypto right now, today, and all of this week. Chile's central bank announced yesterday that it is preparing to launch a strategy for the potential rollout of its own digital currency by early 2022. You don't see the big banks stalling, do you? Do they look like they're confused? Because they don't look like they're confused to me, right? They're not confused. And again, that's why I continue to double and triple down in this industry on my portfolio and the projects that I believe in. Everybody's got to do their own research and what they believe in, but I certainly have done mine and continue to. Looking right here, we are reminded that it was yesterday that the House will consider the bipartisan infrastructure bill today, which was yesterday, obviously, right? But looking here, we get the update from, and by the way, that's Clinton Donnelly. And if you're not sure how to handle your crypto taxes, he is the foremost authority on how to do so. Reach out to him at Crypto Tax Fixer or reach out to DonnellyTaxLaw.com and click the link in the description and comment box and let him help you. He's got many different products to do so. Looking right here, Ron Hammond gives us that update we've been wanting here this week in crypto in Congress, and it's a lot, so check this out. Busy week in D.C. with the infrastructure bill. Let's get this right. Infrastructure bill. Don't forget that. I got something for you after this. And don't forget, infrastructure bill. Budget reconciliation from Powell and Yellen testifying and avoiding a shutdown. October is shaping up to be a busy month for crypto industry, ranging from Gensler to the President Working Group and more. Remember, the President Working Group, a combination of the Fed, Gary Gensler, and many other different agencies, CFTC, and this one and that one, and the ABC alphabet soup agencies. All of it coming together, and they're about to drop some real recommendations for policy and framework on stable coins. Stay tuned. There's a lot of action in the House seeing whether Pelosi can wrangle her side of the aisle in supporting the infrastructure bill. Infrastructure. Biden's economic package in avoiding government shutdown. She has largely been successful in the past and during crunch time, but anything can happen. This is Powell. Yellen will be testifying on both House and Senate regarding their respective responses to the pandemic. Members of Congress have gone off topic in these pandemic response hearings, but slim chance that crypto will be brought up. This isn't the proper hearing for it. However, there is increased activity on the staff level with the President Working Group and their report on stable coins. Say it isn't so. Progress, maybe, huh? Expect something to come out very soon, probably early October. Well, we're knocking on early October's door from the President Working Group, which will likely include policy recommends to regulating stable coins. Listen to this. Rumors are swirling. SEC Chair Gary Gensler will be testifying in front of the House Financial Services Committee in October. The date will likely be confirmed later this week, as the committee typically announces their hearings for the month at the beginning of a new month. Like the Senate, expect the hearing to be heavily focused on crypto. Gensler does a good job sticking to the script and not saying anything particularly new. However, don't expect this to deter Republicans from attacking him on his regulation by enforcement approach to crypto. Finally, a lot of congressional offices are working on a variety of bills touching many elements of the crypto space. Expect to see some legislation introduced on both sides of the aisle in regards to crypto. Path forward will be tough for many, but some will be bipartisan. Thank you, Ron Hammond. And it is coming in a timely fashion because we know the market is absolutely stuck until we get some forward progress on regulation, even if it starts out with the recommendations from the President's Working Group. But I told you when all of this started to remember this infrastructure bill. What is infrastructure typically in the past? Schools, roads, bridges, hospitals, things of that nature, right? That's where the infrastructure money goes. Well, you know what's going into infrastructure now? Crypto, blockchain technology, updating the antiquated, vulnerable infrastructure to our financial systems, whether it's payments or whether it's the actual markets themselves. That's what we're talking about here. And this is the reminder I leave you with here from XRP Joker.
Compelling for consumers, businesses. We're also, as you know, investing heavily right now in building a new settlement system for instant payments in the U.S.
That's infrastructure. That's what that is. The Federal Reserve is invested heavily in building infrastructure for a new payment settlement system.
We're also, as you know, investing heavily right now in building a new settlement system for instant payments in the U.S. It'll be the
There you go. So that's what's going on, and they're already invested heavily in doing so at the Fed. The Fed is also a part of that president's working group that's about to launch recommendations for regulatory framework for stablecoins, which will be a big part of the operating on top of this new infrastructure for instant settlement system for payments. Come on in, hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Things are getting interesting out here, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe, share with somebody you know. Check out all the links in the description box. Look, Unstoppable Domains just opened up interoperability with every one of their domains to the Trust Wallet. You know what else? Ledger Nano. You can get great deals, but you got to click the links. You want to help hide your anonymity on or your identity online? Then click the Pure VPN link and get a 99-cent 7-day trial. So much good stuff in there that I use. I know a lot of you were looking forward to use, and more importantly, there are safe links to click on. Be very careful what you click on out here on the internet. I will catch you on the next one.